Hey friends, welcome to Youth Rising. This is Lindsay Law, certified youth life coach, and today we're going to talk about why we worry about what other people think and what to do about it. So, I'm going to start out by sharing with you that as I got ready to start this video, that's where my brain went. What are people going to think? I'm wearing a hoodie. What are people going to think about that? Is it okay to wear a hoodie? Am I okay with wearing a hoodie? It's okay to wear a hoodie. Some people might not like it. That's okay. I didn't really do my hair. I mean, I brushed it. What are people going to think about my hair? I don't know. Maybe some people aren't going to like it. Am I okay with that? I think I am. So there's a little intro to my brain. And I'm guessing that your brain might do some similar things. People could also think, wow, she has amazingly blue eyes. I mean, I do. I think I do. And some people might like that. Some people might not. That's okay. Am I okay with people not liking that? Why am I worrying about what other people think? Let's get to the bottom of that. Now, honestly, I don't believe that it's possible to get to a place where you never think about what other people think. And I'll tell you why. We kind of are wired to try and see what other people are doing and think about what other people might think. So knowing this, it's okay. It's okay that we kind of look at what other people might think about us. But knowing that, we can decide what it means to us. We can decide how much we take into account what other people might think. The trick is to worry less about it. So we're not going to be perfect at it, but we can get better. So let's go. Okay, so I really think that the reason you worry about what other people think is because you want people to like you. I mean, we all want people to like us, right? And the reason we want people to like us is because then we think it'll be easier to like ourselves. Now, in some moments, that might be true. But in the long run, whether people like us or not is not going to determine whether we love ourselves or not. Does this kind of sound familiar? Does it also sound a little dangerous? I mean, not everyone's going to like you. Not everyone likes me. It's just the way it is. And the thing is there's always going to be someone that doesn't like you or like the way you do things no matter what you do. So you could focus all your life on trying to do things that people will like, and so people will like you, and somebody won't like you. Someone won't like what you do. And this means if you're relying on what other people think about you, it's going to be a lot harder to like yourself. And the interesting thing is when we're so focused on what other people are going to think about us, we have a harder time making connection with other people because we're so focused on ourselves and what people might think of us that we're not actually thinking about the other person and connecting with the other person and creating a really great relationship with that person. So it's just going to naturally be harder for them to like you because you're so focused on yourself. So notice that. Notice if you're really focused on what people are going to think about you, because it's going to be harder for you to connect with those people. So what if you could learn to like yourself no matter what anyone else thinks, no matter whether people like you or don't like you? Are you in? This is not a place you arrive. This is a process. This is something we get better at. But our brains are always going to send us those messages of oh, so-and-so's going to think you're stuck up, or so-and-so's not going to like that. I mean, my brain does that to me all the time. But it's learning to notice it, be okay with it, question it, and then decide what you want to think. Okay, so we're going to go into that a little bit more. Your brain is probably going to try and offer you this thought that what other people think of you is really important. And that it's really important that people like you. And when we're thinking these thoughts, again, we're really focused on ourselves and not other people, which again makes it harder for people to like us. Notice that the things your brain is offering you may not be true. First step, notice those thoughts your brain is sending you. What other people think of you does actually not have to determine what you think of yourself, no matter what your brain tells you. It's actually not important for other people to like you. It's nice if other people like you, but it's not as important as our brain makes it out to be. What's more important is that you like you. And when you're showing up, reaching out to other people, being kind, that's going to be easier for you to like yourself. And that's going to be easier to do if you're not worrying about what people think of you. Okay. Second step, when your brain starts asking you, what are people going to think of me? Answer it. Like, have a little chat with your brain and say, maybe get out a sheet of paper and say, okay, if I do this and I make a mistake or it doesn't work out the way I wanted it to, what are people going to think of me? Just write it out, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I think what you'll notice is that some of those things you're worried about people thinking about you aren't really that bad. And it's possible that people could think really awesome things about you. And our brain doesn't usually bring those up. So we have to be intentional to think about those things. And the third thing is the ugly things that people are going to think about us, for one, may not happen. For two, maybe these just aren't your people. And for three, does it really have to mean anything about you? And those ugly thoughts, what if they're totally wrong? What if they're not even true? It's okay for people to think things about you that aren't true. It doesn't have to be true to you. It's okay. Third step, what do you want to think about you? Can you like yourself even if others don't? I want you to get out a sheet of paper again, and I want you to write down all the things you like about yourself. Just write them all down. And if this is hard for you, that's okay. Your brain is really good at finding the negative. So as you practice writing down some things you love about yourself, you'll get better at it. So start with a small list and then keep adding to it as your brain starts noticing those things. And fourth, start finding the good in others. As you're focusing on other people and are less focused on making people like you, you will find that you will find more good in others and more good in yourself. Okay, so try these ideas out. Play around with it. Really become aware of what those thoughts your brain is thinking when you're worried about what other people think. And if you find like you want more help to stop worrying about what other people think of you, just book a free call with me. I've got lots more tools in my toolbox, and we can explore what's really coming up for you personally. It's possible to be able to move forward with confidence no matter what people think of you. And let me know in the comments below how it's going for you. You have this amazing opportunity to own how you think about yourself and worry less about what other people think about you.